Hello and welcome to Codec Call, Z Targeting's gaming podcast. I'm Luke. I'm joined by Dakota. What's going on?
Nothing much.
And we're also joined by a new special guest, Elliot. What's up?
Hey, it's going pretty good. How are you guys?
We're good. We're
I'm,
good. Well, Dakota, I shouldn't speak for you. You're good as well.
and I am. All
Okay.
right, that's fine.
All right.
I'm good.
Good. So, Elliot, would you want to tell us or tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Okay, well, my name is Elliot Seifert. I graduated high school with these two guys. Um,
Get better the first.
and I've been a Nintendo fan for a long time. I am a semi-professional Super Smash Bros. Melee player. I am ranked number 6 on the Indiana Power Rankings. So,
Ooh.
um,
That's
so that's
new.
pretty, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that fact about me.
You're proud
Um,
of that.
I travel to tournaments all over the Midwest. I've been all over the country, actually. Vegas, Chicago, Orlando,
Did you
all to
have you
play
you've been
Melee.
in Virginia?
No, never gone
Oh,
that far
not
east.
all over the country. Why?
Uh,
I'm not even going to ask about Iowa because I already know it doesn't even matter. But no, that's
hey,
awesome. That's really
Iowa
cool.
has a scene. Iowa has a scene. It's just probably about the same level as Indiana, maybe a
Are you
little
meaning
worse.
like
That's not
the
terrible.
Smash scene?
Yeah.
Uh,
People love the Smash, man.
anyway,
All right, very cool. Very cool.
I like. What else about it? Is that it? Is that all that
I
you have to
mean,
say?
I mean,
That's really all anybody.
I'm a big Nintendo fan. I've been a Nintendo fan all my life. I've had all the Nintendo systems.
Now you're gonna make it sound
I
like
don't. Yeah,
we have to say that we're not a Nintendo podcast
no.
exclusively.
But today we are talking
Yes.
about something specific.
Yep.
How the hell
What
did
is
he
it?
just take over as host like that?
We've been bamboozled.
It's my magic power.
No,
Go
yeah.
ahead, Elliot.
What are we talking about, Luke?
Well, we are a platform agnostic group, but today we are talking about the Nintendo Switch. Woo! I don't know about you guys, but I'm really hyped.
I am
If you can
also
tell.
really hyped.
I'm actually really excited about it. Way more than I was forever with Wii U ever.
Well, that's
So
I
no
would-
surprise
yeah.
at all.
No.
But I do have one quick question for you guys. What you drinking?
Wait, no. Wait, we're doing that today? Because Elliot's not drinking anything, so it doesn't matter. I'm drinking a pumpkin ale from Ale Works.
have this
Based
mug
out
full
of-
of Kool-Aid.
Wait, didn't I have this last time?
You've had like multiple pumpkin beers.
I think no, not last time, but I'm saying I think I actually already had this.
Would you say
doesn't matter.
Pumpkin
The
Works? I
point-
don't think so.
Ale Works, pumpkin
Ale
Works.
Works?
Yeah.
You had the Leinenkugel one, then you had a different one, I think.
I think
Anyway.
it was this. No, it was Shipyard.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe I didn't have this one. So hey, I have a pumpkin ale from Ale Works, based out of Williamsburg, Virginia. No big deal. It's a craft. It's
Nice.
decent. It's pumpkin. I'm actually getting really sick of pumpkin though.
Yeah, you need to
Like
try another great beer.
I need to go back to the champagne of beers,
Yeah.
also known as Sam Smith.
Sam Smith. Great
Yeah,
stuff.
Sam Smith. Yeah.
Elliot, what kind
champagne
of
and
Kool-Aid
beer.
is that?
I don't know. It's not actually mine. It's my roommate's. I just felt left out.
So you're drinking Kool-Aid? Is that confirmed?
I'm actually not drinking anything.
Oh, fail.
Yeah.
That's actually a good thing you said that because whenever I said is that confirmed, I felt like we needed to fact check it, and I didn't know what to do after that. I just thought about just music.
No, you got to make sure those facts are checked. And I'm enjoying an Extrovert IPA from Left Hand. I've had one other Left Hand beer on the show, and I'm becoming a big fan of their stuff. It's a American IPA, so I'm not exactly sure what the difference is between a regular one, and it's got a really cool looking label. So, yeah, it's pretty good so far.
Is there anything else you want to say about the label?
It's bright and vibrant.
Like something about scrolls
No,
or
no.
hieroglyphs?
Nothing about
Okay.
that. All right, so now that that's out of the way, let's get into it. Now,
Yeah. Please.
as Elliot, as you had mentioned, your excitement for the going into the Switch and the NX was way more than the Wii U, and I think on the internet, the Nintendo community, video game community, was very, very excited for this. I want to talk a little bit about like the pre-reveal hype. You know, I feel like Nintendo had they're making a lot of the right moves going into this because the Wii U did not sell well. It was, you know, the decline of their hardware business, and everyone was saying Nintendo had to turn it around. They finally got on mobile with Pokemon Go, which was a huge success for a while.
Are we really gonna give Nintendo credit for that?
Like
they didn't. They made
Nintendo
Plus.
did get on mobile, and Pokemon Go was not directly their making, but
right.
it had a lot of
It's
good
just
buzz for
me.
them.
Nintendo owns shares of the Pokemon franchise.
You're right, and I'm just saying like
It was just good
I
buzz.
don't know. I feel like
Nintendo also developed the Pokemon Go Plus, which is a little watch-like device.
yes. And do you have it?
I don't think anyone has it, but
Exactly.
but
I mean,
it
their
was
stocks
made.
went up and they benefited from it.
And then their stocks plummeted immediately once investors realized what was really going on.
I know that, and I told everybody. We actually had a guy at work who bought stocks in Nintendo because of that, and I was like, dude, don't do that. They had nothing to do with it,
Yeah,
and he
that
lost
was a
like,
bad-
I think he actually eventually broke even, but at the time I was like, dude, no, that's dumb. And he, of course, like did it like a week into Pokemon Go, and they announced it like, it took him a little bit, but not too long. The point is that really Nintendo was Miitomo, and I don't think anybody's playing that either.
No, about 5 days. 5 days of that, and then it was over.
I played enough to get the to unlock the Twilight Princess Picross game that you can download. And that's it was cool for like a few days, and then eventually I was like, I just got to get that. And the Picross is really fun, so it was worth it.
This is really stupid, and this probably speaks large volumes to like my intelligence, but I didn't understand it. Like, I was friends with people, and I went to their place, but I didn't understand what the point of it was. And
There
then,
wasn't
like,
much of one.
You just
yeah,
asked-
I was just like, I didn't understand how to unlock things, and I gave up in like 30 minutes.
you ask questions and you play that drop game. That
Yeah, that's
really
Yeah.
random.
So Miitomo was maybe not exactly one of the right moves that Nintendo was doing going into this Switch.
no, that was a very wrong move.
But getting into
Are you
mobile,
serious?
getting
it
into
probably
mobile,
made real money.
yeah.
It probably what?
It probably made real money for those few days it was out.
That's, I mean,
Do you know how cheap that was to make?
yeah, that's
Probably
true.
was very.
That's true, because it's
Considering the number of downloads, I mean.
right. Anyways, though, let's stay on topic. They messed up, so we got that out. Now,
And
this.
shortly before the reveal, there's been a lot of rebranding with Nintendo. They, you know, have this like new kind of red motif on almost everything that they do, and I think the phrase is like the best way to play or something like that. And they showed off like new art of Mario and stuff like that. So it's all rebranding, and I was like, it's got to be coming soon. They're all focusing all their branding on all this new look. They're going to reveal the NX and finally show all this stuff off. So, and there's a lot of rumors, a lot of alleged leaks online. Everything was saying that Nintendo is, you know, firing on all cylinders. There's going to be a lot of games. And as we saw from the reveal, there's tons of third-party partners. We'll see if anything actually comes out of that. But it was a nice list to see of people that are allegedly going to collaborate on it. I don't know. Me personally, I'm most excited for From Software. Hopefully they got a Dark Souls coming for the Switch. I can finally play
was
Dark Souls
thinking
on the go. Be amazing.
The only thing that I'm just worried. Yeah, they'll probably have like a Dark Souls, but I think that the chances are greater. I'm being honest. I feel like chances are greater that it's going to be a remake or a port of a Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And that's what worries me. So I feel like they showed off all these names and stuff like that. They did the same as it's been reported. They did the same thing with the Wii and the Wii U and stuff like that. And actually, I think it was just the Wii, not really the Wii U. But anyways, though,
It definitely was with the Wii U also. Wii
It
U, when
was?
it first came out, it got ports of like Tekken Tag 2,
Yeah.
Batman Arkham Knight,
Yeah.
or Batman
You would-
Arkham
you
something.
would
Batman Arkham
like
something.
me.
Like one Mass Effect game.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they did
there was
that,
a lot of that.
and then it trickled off. And like,
Immediately.
but I think that what they're going to do this time is that everything's it's going to be bad, but I think everything's going to be a port. because I don't think developers are going to want to spend. They'll be afraid of doing the same thing the Wii and the Wii U, making new games and then being like, oh well, not so much with the Wii U because the Wii U had a lot of ports, but the Wii they were all brand new games, and so utilizing motion control, of course. But I think that they're just going to be ports. Hopefully, see if it sticks, and then they'll develop new stuff.
Well,
So
the thing is, again, a lot of these online rumors are saying that it's really easy to develop for and easy to port to. So if you've got like some of these big third-party games that are coming out for the PS4 and Xbox One, and sure, they're probably not going to look as good, but if you can play those on the go and you can only do that on the Switch with like the big games that everybody likes, I think that's going to be huge. And that's not going to be a whole lot of creative investment or like investment in making new games and new IPs, but still could be a very big advantage for the Switch and Nintendo as a whole.
Something Nintendo hasn't had for 2 generations.
Yep.
That'll be
yeah,
something they desperately need.
Yeah.
I agree. I just hope that they don't fall. The third party just fall off. I don't want that to happen again. Especially because like some of them I'm really excited for, like Rockstar. I mean,
Was
we
that on
talked
the
about
list?
Red Dead. Yeah, Rockstar's on the list.
Shoot.
I mean, I think we can expect a Red Dead 2 port.
See, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, that or a GTA 5, and honestly, GTA 5 on the go. Holy crap! People are going to go crazy over that.
Is that going to fit on a game card though?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
If Skyrim
They-
will,
Sure.
maybe. Yeah.
They
I'm
just
sure it could.
Yeah, who was it?
If
Samsung?
it's on a PS3 disc, then
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
see an issue.
Samsung just made because honestly they're not cartridges. I mean they're cartridges, but they're just
It's
SD
like an
cards.
SD card.
Yeah, and they just made a terabyte. Samsung just came out with the
Jesus.
terabyte memory card. So I think they're fine with space. I don't think space is going to be an issue.
Do you guys think? That
Yes.
Do you guys think they're
What?
going to charge more for games that require? Because I feel like maybe a 32 gig card would probably be the standard, but there's some games, like Halo 5 or like Gears, it's like over 50 gigs. Some are like 70 gigs
Right.
on my Xbox One. I see. Like, you think they're going to charge more for a game card that requires like that more higher storage? Or I don't even know if that's going to be necessary
No.
for the Switch
That's
at all.
that's not going to happen. The industry
Yeah.
has consistency, and that's what they need.
I mean that's what I
uh,
think too.
if a consumer is going to want to buy an $80 game versus a $60 game, and they don't have that $80 to spend, they're going to go for the $60 one.
But I will say this: 3DS games are generally $40 max.
But
Do you think that because of this? I mean, yes, I understand that it's well. That's something else we can talk about. So I don't know if this is a handheld. Like this is the in betweener. So does it fall more in the 3DS price range with games because they're still they're the cartridges, or does this go with? I'm assuming that it gets more with the handheld. I mean the home console rather, but. I don't know. You know what?
I think they're
actually-
going to be $60 because it's going to. A lot of them are going to have the development costs of a AAA or large console release. And you started touching on a point. I didn't think that 3DS would last long after the release of the Switch, but looking at what they've shown so far, it seems like it's a home console you can take on the go, and there's still going to be space in their repertoire for a straight up portable console and just straight up smaller portable games. So, hopefully the 3DS will still live on with some nice little portable games, even into the Switch's lifestyle. And again, I talk about all these online leaks and rumors I've been seeing because I've been following the NX and the Switch so much. But they were saying that the 3DS will be supported until 2018, so that'll be nice to have that too.
Hopefully.
I believe that the Switch. I mean, we haven't seen a whole lot of marketing yet, but it's really being marketed as Nintendo's next console.
Yeah,
And
with
that's
this other thing.
what it's going to be in terms of price range.
Yeah,
Can we talk about price range?
yeah, let's get into it.
Not just for the games, but for the system itself.
Let's do it.
What do you
That's what you
what do you
wanna
guys
do.
think?
I mean, I heard reports that it was going to be like 300. I think it was what I heard. Like 299.
I
don't
think
know
it's
that-
I think it's going to come out at 300. I think at that price
You think
point.
so?
Yeah,
I agree. That's the price point they need to shoot for.
yeah. Any more than that, it's going to drive people away. I think.
I don't think they should sell it at a loss, which the industry is known for.
I
But
But
then
Nintendo
Nintendo
really
typically
doesn't.
doesn't. Nintendo doesn't
yeah.
generally. So I don't
Nintendo's
think they
different
will.
now, you know.
Yep.
Their branding is different. Yeah.
Okay, they're not that different. Let's not be crazy here.
I don't think they can sell it for a loss because it's promising, but it's still not guaranteed that the hardware is going to take off. So I
Right.
don't think it'd be smart for them to do that.
I don't.
There were some leaks that said it was going to be like a $350 bundle and like a $400 bundle. I think if they put some games in or some of the extra controllers or whatever, they could charge higher. But I think 300 needs to be the base price.
Yeah.
To be
I mean,
competitive.
I feel like if they like bundled it with something, they can go up a little bit more, 350 or so, and then I don't know. Like, I'm hoping that they do some sort of bundle with Zelda somehow with
Yeah.
that.
That definitely has to happen.
Well, yes, but this is what I was talking about. This is stupid, and we're going to go off on a thing here. I bring up another topic, and Luke knows I think you know where I'm going with this.
I don't.
But do you think? I really do think that they need to market this with, if it's going to over time take the place of the handhelds, they need to have colors. They need to come out. They need. I know it's stupid, but I think that that's a huge draw for people with Game Boys and stuff like that. They have different colors. And so if they make like a Zelda edition with Breath of the Wild, like they did with the Wii U, I'd be willing to pay more.
Dude, I love colors in systems. But I think it's realistic to expect them to release the console with one, maybe two colors, and then release more as time goes on.
See, I thought that they. Do you remember the teaser for the Wii? How they
Had a
had
bunch, yeah.
Yes.
And then it came out in only white. Yeah, I remember that.
And the black one didn't come out until years later.
Yeah, they were like, oh, by the way, we also have black. And then you're just like, well, this is stupid. Black and white. Because I honestly thought the green looked amazing. As stupid as that is. But I did. I like consoles with colors. Is it a problem?
It's not. And I agree. I like... Whenever they announce like a special edition console, like a new consoles for any console, I'm always checking it out because like the collector in me is like, well, man, I might pick up like this if it looks really cool. And they definitely, if they do a Breath of the Wild bundle with it's like gold with like the Triforce or whatever on it, obviously you're gonna get that. That's gonna be amazing. Yes. Now I don't think Nintendo's gonna do colors at release and just like red, blue, whatever. For the following reason, you look at the commercial. It's only like adults or like teenagers or whatever. They're not marketing it towards kids. I feel like when they market the 3DS, it's like, oh, we have a pink one and we got a red and blue one, and it's like more focused on the youth. And
I'm gonna disagree. Okay, so I'm gonna say that I'm an adult that likes colors in his system.
But that's not the way the commercial marketed is. Like, it's a sleek tech device for adults. It's gonna be slick black, you know. That's gonna be it.
I don't know.
That's what I think is gonna happen.
I really don't like what you're saying right now.
I see where you're coming from, Luke.
I think that's what's gonna happen. I want the variety. I want the colors. I want to be pressured to buy different colors because I'm crazy like that. But I don't think it's gonna happen.
I was almost pressured into buying that 3DS XL with the Triforce with Majora's Mask. You know what I'm talking about?
Dude, I tried so hard.
It sold out super fast.
Yeah. No, I like the worst part was, speaking of which, this is another GameStop's horror story. So I went to GameStop to pre-order Majora's Mask 3D.
You need to stop going to GameStop. Do all your pre-ordering on Amazon. Get Amazon Prime. Do all your pre-ordering on Amazon.
I do that. Will you let me finish my story?
Okay, go ahead.
Holy crap! The problem with that is you can't trade things in on Amazon. That's the issue.
You can. You can. You can get money for your games.
I don't like what you're saying right now. So, anyways, though, I like the immediate feedback of giving them my thing and then going, "Oh yeah, this is worth this amount of money." Me being like, you know what, that's not worth it, but I can't really do anything about it. So here you go. And long story short, the point is that I pre-ordered it, went in there to pick it up, and they were like, "Yeah, you never pre-ordered the game." I was like, "Right here is my receipt." They looked at the receipt, which I neglected to do, and I actually pre-ordered the strategy guide.
See, that's why you need to stop going to GameStop. Holy crap.
I was like, who pre-orders the strategy guide without the game? Who does that?
Shit.
But long story short, I got the strategy guide and the game over time.
Does the strategy guide look cool?
Yeah, it's the collector's edition strategy guide.
Like,
I
with
didn't
like the
want it.
hardcover. The hardcover.
Yeah, oh,
Those
yeah.
are awesome. I have a
I
couple of
see
those
it.
of the
Do you
Zelda
have it on
series.
your desk?
There's actually one that is There's. Did you ever see the chest?
Yeah.
The chest with all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I've tried to convince people to buy it for me. It's not working.
I want that, but
still-
I just couldn't live with like having a chest of strategy guides in my home, and people would be like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Bunch
Luke,
of
I know
strategy
how you
guides."
are, and I know that you actually love strategy guides. So we both know that you would love having that chest in your house, full
Yeah.
of strategy guides.
I've switched from strategy guides to buying the nice hardcover art books because those are a
I
little
know,
bit more
Those are
palatable, you know.
definitely more valuable, right there.
I mean,
Just looks cool.
hey, can we get back to the Switch
Oh.
now?
Yeah.
So it needs colors. That's what we established.
Yeah.
It's not gonna have colors, but we need colors.
We need a Triforce edition. Whenever they make Metroid Prime 4, they need one that's like orange, looks like a power suit. I'm gonna buy like 10 of those. I'm gonna buy 10 of them and then go like a holiday and give them out to the needy children and bless them on Christmas or something like that.
You're not gonna do
I
that.
love the idea, but that's not gonna happen.
Well, Metroid Prime 4 needs.
Metroid's not popular enough.
It should be though. It's so good. I don't even like them, and I know that they're really good.
I love Metroid though. Did you play AM2R, Luke?
I only have a Mac right now, and it doesn't work with Macs. As soon as I pick
Such
up,
a good remake.
as soon as I pick up a PC, it's gonna be one of my first things I play.
Oh, it's actually super good. Coming
You
from
didn't
me.
you didn't play Federation Force?
Oh no, I didn't play that.
I just that's like a slight ongoing joke on this podcast, and I
Really?
like it a lot.
That game
Luke-
is a
that's
joke. That game is an ongoing joke.
Luke's love for Metroid Prime Federation Force is an ongoing joke, or lack thereof love, I guess.
See, that's the one thing that worries
Anyways,
me about Nintendo making a new Metroid is because what's their track record? Prime Pinball, Other M, Federation Force. Where else can they drag it in the mud even more? But anyway, the NX. So
NX.
what were you guys?
Switch.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Wrong.
The Nintendo
Both of
Switch. The NS, if you will.
We're gonna be calling it the NX for years.
I
I still
really
call
wish-
Pokemon by their Japanese names because that's the first I heard them.
Like what? I'm curious.
Like Shandera, which is in English it's Chandelure.
Yeah.
It's a chandelier Pokemon.
I thought you were meaning Bulbasaur and Charmander and Squirtle. I was like, I'll be honest, I don't think you were old enough to even know how Japanese worked.
No, when those games came out, the internet wasn't a thing. So
I think you're right. I think you just didn't have it.
okay,
Well, most people. It wasn't nearly what
internet
it
gaming communities weren't a thing.
Yep.
So
was. Elliot, what are your thoughts on Ash Greninja?
uh, pretty cool. I played the Pokemon.
So I'm curious. I do not know enough, but I'm hoping you do. How did Ash Greninja come about? Please don't tell me what I think it was.
I don't know. I don't watch the show.
Oh,
I don't
dang
think
it.
it's not like anything.
It's not like
It's
what we're
good.
thinking.
It's not like bad. You know, it's just he just
I
like
have
wore
no
a
idea
hat or
what you're
something.
thinking. Ash and Greninja have a special bond that most trainers
yeah.
don't have with their Pokemon, and that's how it happens in the games.
Yeah, it's formed
Greninja
by
has a
friendship.
special ability. Greninja has a special ability called Battle Bond, and whenever Greninja takes out an opponent, so as they're sending their next opponent in, Greninja links with their partner, and they have some sort of special bond, and then he transforms into that form. The form is actually pretty cool looking and has some really neat animations in Pokemon Sun and Moon.
I don't like it.
The mystery has finally been solved. Thank you.
I think it's really cool. I think it's a lot cooler than the regular Greninja. I mean, I'm a fan of Greninja. He's in Smash.
I actually hate Greninja.
I bought the amiibo.
Greninja is one of my least favorite Pokemon. I know we're going off on Pokemon right now, but I really don't like
Hey.
Greninja. I prefer Frogadier.
Speaking of Pokemon, Pokemon is on NX too. We can talk about that.
Right. We can.
Yeah.
But I wonder what it's gonna be. Is it gonna be like a Sun and Moon? Or is it gonna be like a Stadium? Or is it gonna be like a Snap?
It could be any one of those things.
I think those are all going to be good games. But what would be the coolest if it's what is it? Sun and Moon and Star is like the third one they put out on Switch. and
Look at
you
you
can
thinking.
you
Full
can
version of Sun and Moon with even more content.
yeah, and you can take it on the go. It's the home and console version of a mainline Pokemon. That's gonna be amazing. But it'll probably end up being like a spin-off, and it's still gonna be a good game most likely. Whatever, and
Yeah,
there's
all
gonna be
Pokemon
multiple ones anyway.
good.
It's gonna be a lot.
All Pokemon games are
We
good.
can hope. Maybe not. Some of the Pokemon spin-offs are not very high.
Yeah, but
They are. All of them are good except for Hey You Pikachu. Actually, that's the only
Dude,
one.
Hey You
Oh wait,
it had a
and
great.
And the Pokemon TV show or whatever it was, the Pokemon channel, whatever. That stupid thing. That's bad.
Just a sequel to Hey You Pikachu.
Hey You Pikachu had a nice special edition N64, so it was good. We already established our love of special editions.
Yeah, we did.
Dude, you wanna know what's a? Never mind. We can't get into that because that's really getting off Nintendo, and we're trying to stay on. But I will say this: I've not seen very many people with the Halo Edition Xbox, the original Xbox.
Yeah.
Not very many people have that.
You have that?
Of course, I have that. Why would you? I wouldn't bring it up if I didn't have it.
Did you see that they unearthed? Because the regular one's green, right? Translucent green.
The Halo one, yes.
Yeah. They unearthed a translucent orange one.
Orange. Yeah, there's one in the world,
Yeah.
and it doesn't count.
I just thought that was cool. But
Does it
Yeah,
even,
no. What?
does it even work?
Yeah, it worked. No, what the guy did was he worked on the line, and they had an idea to make an orange one, and so but they decided to scrap it at the last minute. But the guy still put it together and was just like, screw it. So he just took a green one, took off the green, and put the orange on there, and then it comes with a controller too, but it's like a Mad Catz controller that he just says is part of it or something like that. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. That's the point.
That story is a little bit too far-fetched. I don't think some guy in an assembly line can make that kind of decision without losing his job.
Funny story, Elliot. He did lose his job, and it is a true story. Actually,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I did see it though.
There's pictures of the console online. I don't know how.
Yeah, you can
We'll
see
have to
it.
fact check the story at some point, but
Yeah.
Looks
fact
cool.
check.
Yeah, we're not doing it right now. Forget
anyway.
that.
So another
Sorry.
console, the Nintendo
So
Switch.
Switch.
So what do you guys think of the actual YouTube video, the actual commercial or whatever?
I thought it was a very, 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 very good way of doing it. I think that they hit that perfect, right on the dot. I don't like the timing of it. I feel like the timing was just like, "Hey, here's this," and I didn't like that.
The way that they had,
much-
it was pretty much a surprise, or is that what you mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it being a surprise. I'm just more of a traditional guy where I think that it should have been at E3 or Tokyo Game Show or something like that. I wanted to be at a conference.
I bet it was
I do think
supposed to
it's-
be, but it just they didn't have enough to show yet, finalized.
I think it's really odd we're not going to get any E3 before the NX comes out.
Yeah.
Right.
From its reveal to release, there's not going to be a single E3.
Well,
That's why.
E3's relevance has kind of dwindled off. The last couple ones have been really good, but still the overall relevance has dwindled off because big companies are backing out, and E3 has not been relevant to Nintendo specifically in years because they just do directs.
I agree. I understand all that, but I don't know.
I
feel
know
bad.
exactly what you're saying though. It's cool to have that
Yes,
big
because-
reveal, all kinds of previews on
Yes.
the show floor.
I remember back in the day, seeing the Wii reveal. Whenever he pulled it out of his Iwata pulled it out from his jacket. I was like, holy crap! And then the 3DS, remember they were like, oh, by the way, it's playable for everybody in the back, and they were like, what? No! And everybody freaked out. That's memorable, and
Yeah.
people will not have that ever again because they don't do that. Granted, I don't mind their digital event because I can watch it at my own time. I don't have. I mean, you can watch every conference, but I'm saying I don't know. You can go straight to their website, get it, watch it as soon as it's available. You don't have to wait for the whole thing to be over with or anything like that. I like that, but at the same time, there's memorable moments.
Yeah. That's just the way that that whole segment of the industry is going. It's focused more on the consumer, not on the press, because the press, it's going to become just people on YouTube and Twitch, at some point.
Like us.
Sure. And but it does sadden me because, like you said, all those great memories of big E3 moments, they're going to be going away or smaller. So that is sad, but
That's super sad. A whole generation of children will not get that, what we got growing up.
Well, once
Yeah,
we
but
pass away, nobody
If-
will realize what they're missing, so it's fine.
E3 was an event to me and my friends. We'd go to one of our houses and watch it, like
dude, I
as
remember
a
the
group of
first
friends, and
year.
it was awesome.
I remember the first year. G4 was it G4 then, or was it still Tech
Yeah,
TV?
G4 did broadcast E3.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause-
the first year that G4 did it, and I was like, oh. I remember I had to like do something for football, and I was really disappointed in myself. I was like, what's important in my life, football or games? And it should have been games. It wasn't, but it should have been.
And it's like stuff like that is what started changing the press conferences from like before they had a lot of like sales figures and it was really dry and not as big and crazy. And then it got to that point because there was all that coverage that the general public was able to see.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, we're getting a little off topic. It does suck that Nintendo wasn't able to announce the Switch in that manner
Right.
and really fully flesh it out. But the thing is, this was a really small reveal. Or maybe they're not quite. They haven't said every detail
not
about the
ready yet?
console. Like, does it have a touchscreen? Do the controllers
Right.
have any kind of motion sensing?
Can we get into that? All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You know what? Screw it. I'm getting into it. So first problem that I have, because I'm actually really worried about this, and I really want to bring it up. So they said that it runs off the Integra GPU.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
which is
a
the
custom
same-
Tegra.
Yeah, which is the same. I mean, they said, I mean, it's custom, but the Integras are the same GPUs that run off the NVIDIA Shield, that the NVIDIA Shield runs. So we have an idea of the graphics. The graphics for that, they said, are like 720 would be the best. So, which is whatever. I don't care too much about graphics. The thing, and that's from the handheld.
No.
So what?
NVIDIA had a post on their website that said that the custom GPU, it's going to be scalable. They made a big emphasis on scalability. So I bet it's going to
Okay.
be 720 when you have it on the go, and then it upscales once it's plugged into the stand. The dock.
Okay, so it is because I read that it's not upscaling. Whenever you plugged it in, it will not upscale. Like there's a chance that it will not upscale to a better.
Well, they say it doesn't like add more processing capability.
Yeah, and that worries me.
But I think if you're connected to a constant power source, and maybe it's like
it
a
should-
little
it-
bit, it'll allow
It
you to
won't
do.
like fall off. I get what you mean. It
Well, I
won't.
bet if it had the capability to do 1080p portable, and it lets you do that, it would just kill the battery like super quick.
Oh yeah.
See, I mean, yeah, I agree with you 100%. But at the time, I don't know.
I think it's
I just
got
feel
to
like-
put out 1020p when you plug it into the TV, and I bet the dock does more than
Maybe
just
even
charge
4K.
maybe.
I
That
think
might be
you're
stretching
a
it.
bit that.
Yeah. I've
mean,
heard
I'm fine with
I've heard
4K.
about it. I've heard some speculation on it.
Yeah, that
But-
it might be like 4K
Yeah.
streams, or like
Yeah.
4K content. That'd be good if it
It-
had the capability.
I don't think it would be native 4K though.
Well, it wouldn't be like gaming, but just like 4K YouTube
Right.
videos or 4K.
Oh well,
videos.
yeah, Yeah.
If we're seeing the same rumors, that's what I saw is 4K video playing.
I remember I watched the trailer, the most recent video from Mass Effect Andromeda, and the guy narrating, the first thing he says is, if you're not watching on a 4K television, go stop this video and go
Yeah.
do that. And I'm like, I don't have a 4K television. I'm just going to watch this video like it is.
Guess who does?
Really?
Yeah, it was on sale. That's the only reason why. It's nothing. Yeah, and part of me even wonders if it actually does. Like, it says it on the box, but
Well, do you have
I
any,
have
once
speculation.
you need to get stuff that takes advantage of it and try it out?
Well, yeah, I know,
Like
really.
the PS4 Pro.
Yeah,
Mass
about
Effect
that.
Andromeda.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
My computer says it puts out at 4K, so maybe I'll do that sometime. That's not the point. The point is so the Switch. It's a console coming out soon. Bonus episode, about the Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, though, so I'm also worried about like the hard drive space. Like, what will that entail? Because this is something I was going to bring up earlier. Games nowadays, it's stupid and it makes me mad. But games, like actual disc games, are all just codes to download the game from the internet.
Well,
If you haven't noticed, like Gears took forever. I have the disc.
I finally figured out what on the Xbox specifically. There's a weird issue with that, because yeah,
It's stupid.
PS4 and Xbox One, they don't. I don't believe they spin the discs. It's there to download onto your hard drive, and then it uses the disk as a authentication that you own the
backup?
game. Now,
See, that's stupid.
no, but the thing is there's so much data now in these games that a drive that would require to just spin it, like take the data straight off the spinning disk, would be like way too expensive. So it's way cheaper to just install to the hard drive and do it that way. Now, we've talked about this, how I was like, man, Forza Horizon 3 took forever to install. If you have your Xbox on online mode, when you put in a new game, what it does is if it sees that it takes an update, like a day one patch, which pretty much every game does, it downloads the whole game as the install. So put your Xbox in online mode, install the new game, just the disc, and it'll go way faster because it's going straight off the disc.
So you mean take it off online mode?
Yeah, go to offline mode, install the game, turn it back online, and then you only download the patch, not the whole game, which is a really screwed up thing.
If I wanted the digital version on my hard drive, I would download the digital version.
The thing is,
I bought the disc. No, I bought the disc to save myself the hard drive space. That's my issue.
That's unfortunately not the world we live in right now.
Well, they need to fix that. Because I am willing to bet
that's the way it's been for the last 3 years.
And that's a problem! Just because it's been doing this forever doesn't mean that it works.
It really does suck. An 18 gigabyte update is not an update. That is a new game.
I agree wholeheartedly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. See, but Nintendo's never really done that. They don't have day one patches. They don't have the install on the hard drive. I'm guessing not. None of my I still have a crap ton of space on my hard drive on my Wii U, and I hope that they stick with that. And I think that if it's on the if it's a cartridge based game, I think that will actually make it. I think that'll fix that issue.
If it's a solid.
What do you guys think that Nintendo moved to cartridges again?
Yes,
because
I love that.
Why do you think they did that?
Because it's solid state memory, so they can read the data straight off the card. You don't have to install, therefore you don't have to have a huge hard drive space, which I think that's how it's going to alleviate that.
Right.
Okay.
And
so
it's
you think
also
the NX?
awesome.
You think the NX will have a small hard drive like the Wii U?
And
I actually don't.
Hopefully, it has a SD card expansion.
I think. Well, I just actually watched a video where where a guy went by it every time that the YouTube video showed a picture of the Switch. He slowed it down and watched it frame by frame by frame. And he says that if you watch whenever the guy on the plane kicks out the stand on the back. If it shows the stand on the back, and you can see to the right of that, underneath the stand, it has a little slot for an SD card.
It needs that.
Wow.
Yeah. He also said that I actually think it was a girl, so I'm probably being sexist right now, but whatever. Anyways, though, they have somebody said
a person
that.
said.
Yeah, a person said that there's also another place to charge it. Like, there's another port to charge it whenever it's not. So, there's another place to charge it besides just the dock. So, you'll be able to have. Go ahead.
It's the same thing as the gamepad, the Wii U gamepad. You know,
right.
You can charge it on the dock or charge it while you're using it. So that'll be.
I figured you'd be able to plug it into the wall.
Yeah.
Right.
Both the dock and just the screen itself, Right. I don't know what do we call the NX controller?
The Switch. It's the Switch and the Switch dock. That's what the official thing. That's what the official images say.
I was really hoping you weren't gonna say the gamepad. That would be a
little confusing.
Yeah. Another thing that the person said is that on the controllers is that there's, before you click it in, if you look closely, there's a shoulder button on the inside of it. So it's kind of because if you hold the side controllers at an angle with the buttons and stuff like that, there's a little right button on the top if you care.
You're saying so it has the smaller controllers still have two L and R triggers.
What are they called? What are the side?
Like L and R triggers?
Called? Yeah, no, I'm talking about the actual controllers.
The controllers
the Joy-Cons.
Yeah, the Joy-Cons.
Oh, no, it's Joy-Con is plural. So it's the Joy-Con.
That's dumb. I'm going to say Joy-Cons.
I'm going to say controllers. So, anyways, though, on the controllers respectively, there's like shoulder buttons. So yeah, there's like an L and an R.
On both
So
sides or both of them?
I only saw the right one.
No, yeah, it's
So,
the same. It's the same on both. Are you,
I
you're,
figured
talking,
they'd
you're talking
be-
about the L1 and the R1 equivalent? Yeah, it's got those on-
Joy-Con 1 and Joy-Con 2 are different. You know,
You're right. I know that.
they are not exactly the same.
Th- Thank you, Elliot, for letting us know this. God dang.
So
This guy's a regular genius, I swear. By the way, I love the fact that you're
Yeah, I was gonna say his picture was frozen and his face is really funny.
yeah, I hate it when it does that. So
I love that picture.
that's like that face where that's my troll face. Right
He's just,
there.
For
he's just
everybody-
very jolly.
Oh,
Just a very jolly face.
For everybody not knowing what just happened, Elliot's cam just froze, and it was a very awesome face. Anyways, though, so back to the point.
But you bring up the Joy-Con controllers. This is actually one of the biggest things that's got me worried about the Switch. That's like one of the main things I didn't like about it. One was the name the Switch wasn't
Really?
like it's simple and it's effective, and it's way better than them calling it the Wii something, the Wii U2. I'm just not a huge fan of the name, but it's whatever. It's not bad. And then the Joy-Cons or the Joy-Con 1 and 2. Whenever you use them as for local multiplayer, and like one person has one and another person has the other, you've got an analog stick and the 4 buttons. So that worries me, just like how limited that functionality is going to be, doing like local multiplayer stuff like that.
I think that's one of my favorite parts about the whole reveal.
What?
Yes.
Well,
I've watched the
doing
same
local
video.
multiplayer and everybody has like pro controllers would be awesome.
Yeah,
You have
that
the
would be
full
awesome.
functionality. I'm worried
I
about
think that the user experience with the Joy-Con is going to be amazing. Having 2 controllers available on the go, wherever you go, that's something that we haven't had with Game Boys.
Okay, so
it's just going to limit what you're going to be able to play though.
yeah, explain to me on the left Joy.
That doesn't. I don't know. I don't think that matters. I think as long as we could play simple games and have fun times, the user experience, that's what matters.
Okay,
Games like Super Mario Brothers, games like Zelda: Link to the Past, it has 4 buttons, right? It has L and R buttons. We could play Super Nintendo games. Super Mario Kart.
I mean, I agree with you there. I just really want to know how that dude with the left Joy-Con was playing freaking NBA.
No, because
Whatever,
it's got a D-pad, and the D-pad looks like AB. Like it's not a
Yeah,
single D-pad.
no,
it's 4
it's-
buttons.
yeah,
so,
it's
so you have
split.
Right.
you have 4 buttons there and an analog stick.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. I don't know.
Speaking of D-pads, can we talk about that really tiny D-pad on the right?
There was no such thing as
It's a
really
plus and
tiny
minus.
D-pad.
It's a plus and minus.
It's
He
a-
knows this.
I don't know about this.
You do know
There's a
about this.
plus on
I
one
know.
and a minus on the other, so it's not a tiny D-pad. It's like start and
No.
select.
Oh man, I seriously didn't know.
Seriously?
Yeah, everybody.
I'm probably not following this as closely as you guys, but
This is
yeah, I
literally-
thought it was just a little D-pad.
No, this is like life. Yeah. There was actually a podcast I listened to where the guy was just like, "Oh my god, it was the smallest D-pad in the world." They're like, "No, dude, that was a plus sign."
Oh man, I guess I didn't look that hard.
You gotta
It's
look at
fine.
the other one, because if you just saw one controller, you wouldn't realize it. But actually, you
Okay,
bring up
I'm
the
looking at it right now, and I can tell.
fact check that. But
You
talking
didn't
about
play
the periphery buttons, so it's got the plus and minus up top, and then it's got the home button on the right, and then there's another button on the left that they didn't say what it does, and it looks like the button. To me, it looks like a record symbol. So I'm thinking that's going to be like a share button.
Okay,
Yes.
time out. I gotta fact check this. now.
Fact check it. I'm sorry.
So,
Give me your take on it.
I think that when
Where are you looking?
players,
The
Oh,
little
I think when
record
2
button.
players are playing with the Joy-Con, I think that button will act as like the start, and the home button on the other one will act as like the start or pause button.
Oh, that's not nearly as fun though. Having a share button would be nice if you could share your screenshots to the Miiverse or whatever.
But
We're
yeah,
not
I
trying
mean,
to be fun,
no,
we're
that'd be
trying to be
awesome, and I
accurate.
think that could be the case whenever one person is playing with the entire
Yeah.
Switch.
Yeah.
But when the Joy-Con are taken out, I think that both players need to have the same functionality,
True.
and that's why I think the home button and that other like
mystery button.
record button, as we've called it, would have the same function.
Makes sense. Sorry.
Do you think you can hold these different ways?
What do you mean?
So like, so you have the right Joy-Con, right?
Hmm.
Let's say you hold it with the joystick on your left thumb, and now spin it. Okay, basically, I'm wondering, like, what if I wanted to control the thumbstick with my right thumb, not my left? Do you think I could switch it around to the other side? Does that make sense?
Why would you want to
There's
do
a
that?
there's a joystick on
I
the
don't know,
right
just for
side.
comfort.
They might have it.
No,
since they're
okay, time
symmetrical.
out.
They might have an option
Time
for
out.
games where you switch what controls what.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, so basically, what I'm saying is, let's say you have two. Okay, so you take it off. You have two players, right? One person has the right, one person has the left. All right. If I'm holding it, because yeah, they're not symmetrical, like you said. So, but what if I want to do? What if I want them to be? I don't know. In my mind, okay. So basically, if I'm holding it, and because I was just thinking, if I have the left one,
Okay.
the left thumbstick is on my left thumb.
Yeah.
What if I want it to be on my right thumb? So could I flip it and have it on my right thumb and have the other buttons on my left?
I feel like
Yeah,
it's
if
going
you
to be
want to play it with upside down controls.
Yeah,
I feel like that would be an
basically.
option in the game to switch what controls what, and that's going to feel a lot better than physically switching the different Joy-Con. Because
We're talking about a game by game basis.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. But also for the record, I'm looking at a picture of the controller now. Like whenever as the person's taking it off, and I can now see the little like R1 that I was
Yes.
talking about. You see that?
And there's R2 below.
Yeah.
Right. I think that could be awesome, actually.
Yeah.
But are there any buttons on the other side, like on the bottom?
Yeah, there's
Probably not.
one. Well, there's one like trigger, but I feel like it would be like whenever you're holding the B trigger on the Wii. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's
Yeah.
just facing the wrong way. Like you can just nudge it with your middle finger.
Did you guys ever play Super Smash Bros. Brawl with the Wii, with like the sideways Wii remote?
Yes, and
Yeah,
it's
because when you run out of like GameCube controllers, oh
Yeah, it was the worst.
It's
B
really
was
bad.
shield, and and you had to like move your like middle finger or something in such an awkward position.
is that your
Oh,
least
man.
favorite Smash?
I mean, it's objectively the worst Smash.
I
for
agree.
me, but I don't know. I don't want to get into that because I could talk about that for way too long.
dude, we need to.
But-
I want to pick your brain on Smash because like I played Smash my entire life. We got to do that at
Can
some
we do
other point.
that? Episode? Yeah.
Yeah,
there we
okay,
go.
so maybe we should split off the bonus episodes and just dig into like our Nintendo fanboyism, like super hardcore, and then just like normal stuff.
Guys,
on the
I gotta
regular.
go to bed at some point today.
Okay, at some point, I
Maybe
wanna- I
that's
wanna
for
do-
another day.
Yeah, but anyway,
That's for another day.
so did you guys see the what they're calling the Joy-Con grip, where you plug the Joy-Con left and
Yeah.
right small ones?
Yes, I did. I did see
It's-
that. That was in the commercial, right?
I believe
was
so.
Yeah.
I'm just so sick of everybody saying it looks like a dog. I don't care.
Well, I don't know. I think it looks weird, and it looks like it might
The
be
bi-
uncomfortable to hold a little bit with like just the angles of everything and what's protruding out and whatnot. I think it's a weird
I love
looking
it.
thing.
The memes that have come out of it already have been
This is why I
very
hate
high quality.
pretty high. So you're basing this completely off of memes.
That's why also I love the election season.
We said no politics.
Okay, no more talking about that. Okay, so let's think about this for a little bit. The internet in 2016 is a lot different than the internet in 2011 when the Wii U came out.
Yeah.
And
So you're saying that the memes weren't of high quality back whenever the Wii came?
memes weren't memes weren't like they are now, and they've really become a part of our culture. People that use Facebook a lot and Reddit and things like that. And have you guys noticed? Have you guys noticed how often you're exposed to memes
Yeah, it's
of any
crazy.
subject? Yeah, every day, all the time. And
Where are you going with this?
and I think that
The more memes there are about a certain subject, the better.
I think that memes and just things like that can help boost interest in
Yeah, true.
something. So I think that people are more excited about the NX right now People are more excited about the NX now than they ever were for the Wii U. We talked about that was like one of the first things we talked about, and I think it's because of the state of the internet in 2016.
And I agree with you. I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing.
I think it's a
But-
great thing.
You would.
I think that because of the state of the internet in this year, Nintendo will sell more units for the Switch than they did on the Wii U. Wii U sold what, like 13 million units, compared to PS4's 40 million.
Yeah, it's between 10 and 15 somewhere because it's like the same as the
Yeah.
Dreamcast basically, and it's
Awesome.
and the GameCube was what, like 20 something, and it's like lower than that. Anyway. I don't know. I'm really excited for the Switch because I feel like Nintendo is making all the right decisions, and they're changing a lot of stuff around and utilizing their
Definitely
strengths.
made
That's why I'm
so
excited
many
for
good.
it.
So
I'm just worried that I feel like last year's E3, 2015 E3, their digital event was awesome. I thought that they won E3 based off of that digital event, and then the fact that they honestly,
Do you see
I
the
thought it was
PS4
amazing.
conference? Do you see the Sony conference?
No, you're talking about 2016.
No, I'm talking about
I'm not talking
2015.
about
2015.
You're talking about
2015. They re-revealed The Last Guardian, Shenmue 3, Final
Oh
Fantasy
my
7
God.
remake.
oh yeah,
Best conference of all
that
time.
was a big deal.
Best
And
conference of all
Final
time.
Fantasy 15 got its new
I
name.
don't know. I really like Nintendo's. Like they had. You know what? I'm not even gonna get into this because I didn't do my research on any of it.
That was a good year, man. Looking
That-
back,
That was
it
an
really
awesome year.
was.
The last couple years. have been
Anyways, the
super
point
strong for
is that
gaming.
I felt. Say what?
The last couple years have been super strong for gaming because
Yeah.
each year I'm like, man, there really isn't like these big games that are what I'm like super stoked for, but at the same time, it's like I'm constantly running out of time to play, and there's shit coming out constantly. I'm like, there's so much stuff to play, so it's actually they've been really great years, and stuff I wasn't realizing was what I wanted. Surprised me.
I don't
Anyway,
know. I'm just saying. The point is that I'm just afraid that they go like Nintendo goes on like this up and down spiral where like they go way up there. They do everything right. Everything's good. And then it's just like, oh yeah, we're not doing this. And now we're not doing this. Oh, and also this isn't coming out anymore. Oh, and by the way, this is also not going to be as good as you thought it was once at this particular time. And I just think that they like go up, they hit these high highs, and then they drop so low because they make every promise. They just say like, hey, this isn't, it's not going to work out the way you think it is.
That's
And
not
it just drops.
Nintendo trend. That trend is not exclusive to Nintendo. That
No,
is
it's not.
trend.
It's a lot of them. So I'm just hoping that they're not like aiming. They're not getting everything so high, and then we're gonna be like, yes, graphics are gonna actually be pretty decent because Nvidia's taking care of it, and Nvidia actually knows what the hell they're doing and stuff like that. And then they're just like, oh yeah, by the way, it's not gonna be like that. It's barely gonna be 720 if you're lucky, in the right light, on certain games, and it's probably not gonna get there ever. And that's what I'm saying. But the good thing is, I will say that the best thing about it is that, as we've talked about before, if Nintendo says that they're going to do something, it works. Like the gamepad thing, like the touchscreen stuff. You know what I mean? On the gamepad, on the Wii U, yeah. That worked. So I
Did it,
don't
though?
see.
what do you define
think it
working?
did.
Like technically, it functioned. Did any games take
Okay,
advantage?
I'm
of it?
saying like
I don't think
switching.
they did.
I
What do you
think
mean?
the by far the
Yeah.
coolest part of the gamepad was I downloaded virtual console games, and I could be playing Super Nintendo stuff on my big screen, or if I want to go, I could go lay in bed and
Exactly.
play it on the gamepad.
And it worked. That's what I'm saying.
And that's really like
Then
the only
place-
functionality that used it super well.
I mean, yes, you're.
The only game I can think of that used it well was Splatoon.
Yeah,
It was Splatoon.
true.
Music. But-
That's kind
I'm
of a
saying
sad
like
fact.
going back and forth from one screen to the other one. It did that pretty seamlessly. Like I'm thinking about like Wind Waker HD. If you didn't want, somebody wanted to watch something on the TV, they just switched that shit, and then you were playing it on the gamepad. Easy day. That's all you did. Everything's still working. Everything's going the same exact way. They're just now watching on TV, and that's what I'm saying. Like with the PSP. Sony tried to do with the PlayStation 3. They tried to do the remote play stuff. It didn't work.
Did they
very
do it on
well.
the PS3?
Was
Yes,
it?
they did.
Well, yeah,
It was
they did.
definitely
on
the PS4 and the Vita.
Well, yeah, that one too. But
It was
they also
it
did.
was on PSP and PS3. You
Okay.
could
Yeah.
like connect to your PSP with the City of Final Fantasy, and that's how you accessed online play, but only if you had a PS3.
Oh,
It
shoot.
didn't work.
Yeah, and it was not very good.
No. And the same with PS4 and Vita. It didn't work. I mean, it worked, but it wasn't very well at all.
No.
You didn't have all the same control. Like you were missing the R2 and L2 and R2 buttons and
You were
that
missing
kind of
a
stuff.
lot.
Mhm.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, but whenever Nintendo set out to do it, they did it a different way.
Okay, I see what
It
you're
worked.
saying. Yeah.
And also, same with, as Elliot's maybe going to point out, the Smash controls on the DS. Because you could use the DS if you had Smash, you could use it on the Wii U one as a controller. That worked pretty well.
It does. It does actually.
Yeah.
It has all the buttons you need.
Exactly.
The only possible issue was your DS like control stick thingy coming off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smash is Smash 4 is actually a pretty slow paced game, but the intensity that you move your thumbs is much larger than most games. So that's where the issue comes in.
Yeah, I saw the pictures of people just fucking knocking them off.
That never happened to me, thankfully. But
Luckily.
I didn't play Smash on 3DS too much.
I
And yet I still bought all the DLC, including this guy.
Dude, whenever they announced
can't.
like Ryu
Bro,
got leaked, but that's still super cool they got Ryu in there.
Yeah.
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 I mean, that's what I'm saying though. Like Nintendo, whenever they set out and they're like, "Hey, this is what we're doing, and it's gonna work." I mean, you pretty much know it's gonna work. I just hope that they're not making false promises. Like we're just assuming so much based on what they showed, and it's just not gonna hit that.
I mean, I think
just-
I don't think it's going to be much far off from what we're guessing and what we're saying. Because
I don't know where they could go wrong. Honestly, right now, I really don't know where they could go wrong. Unless like they just miss everything. The only thing that I can think of that could be a disappointment is graphics. But honestly, I don't
thing
really
is,
care.
They're using Skyrim and Zelda Breath of the Wild to demonstrate this stuff. So I feel like that's the kind of graphics we got to expect, and that's going to be pretty. It's going to be good. It's going to be pretty good.
yeah.
Not like
I,
state of the art, but definitely serviceable. Definitely going to get you by and be
is
enjoyable.
Skyrim really like the threshold that we want to compare everything to?
No, I mean,
No, we're
I don't.
comparing it to Breath of the Wild. Don't get that. Don't mistake.
yeah,
that
that's
at
not
all.
what I meant.
I mean, but Skyrim's amazing. It's not amazing
It's not
graphics.
an amazing looking game.
Exactly. But no, graphics we're comparing to Breath of the Wild because I think Breath of the Wild looks amazing, graphics wise.
It does. It has
Also-
an amazing art style.
And gameplay wise, looks fantastic. Oh,
Everything about that game looks amazing. Like literally, it's what I want from a Zelda.
I actually have never seen like the internet come together and love something as much as they do Breath of the Wild.
because
I-
it's everything,
is-
man. It's a Zelda
is
game.
great.
You have to look so hard to find a negative opinion of that game that's still
Yeah.
6 months out from coming out.
That's true.
Which is Zelda plus open world plus like Dark Souls influence plus like these American open world RPG influence plus just everything. It's just everything right.
It looks great.
But
My only issue is that I don't want to spend half of my game time in menus.
I don't think that'll be.
But
an-
I agree. I don't think that'll be an issue. They've already got quick switch weapons and stuff like that, and that's what you need.
I mean,
and
this kind of
honestly, I've played No Man's Sky. Menus are not.
see the
Menus are what?
spending time in menus in No Man's Sky sucked, but I love spending time in menus in Dark Souls, reading item descriptions and looking at stats. And Breath of the
Wow.
Wild looks to have some of that, so I'm pretty stoked for those menus.
I'm just gonna say though, if Elliot makes one more comment about the internet, he's gonna officially become our internet reporter. He's talked about the internet on so many different things already just by commenting on things, like memes. I didn't think we could hit a low.
Anyway. He hasn't signed that contract yet. We don't need to bind him to that.
I didn't even sign it.
The thing that worries me about
Oh,
Breath
yeah.
of the Wild, though, is they have not confirmed it's going to be a launch game. They said it's 2017 coming out for the Switch, but they never confirmed it's going to be launch.
You know that means it's not going to be a launch game, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought they said that. I thought they said that they were definitely coming out with a Zelda game as a launch title.
Mm.
They didn't. Oh, I
You
thought
got
because
to
I thought it was
fact
like
check.
Mario. I thought it was like Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon were all No, it wasn't Mario.
None of that was confirmed by Nintendo. There's been rumors that that's what the launch lineup's going to look like. Nintendo hasn't confirmed any launch titles.
No.
And they've only said 2017 for Breath of the Wild.
Switch. Why is nobody playing the music?
Do
So what?
do fact check.
Fact check.
Do
Yeah, we do need a fact check.
do.
Nintendo prices, launch games. Okay, nobody cares. Switch price, Switch specs. Nobody cares. Nintendo Switch games. Many consumers feel a new Mario game, a Mario Kart title, a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild coming out. Other than that,
And this comes with a big.
that's the only
top of
thing.
the article, right?
No. Okay, you know what? It doesn't say anything about Pokemon. I could have sworn that they said
The Pokemon Company said that they're working
They're
on
developing
something,
something. Yeah.
but that's about it. Now,
I could have sworn.
That doesn't mean Game Freak themselves. That means they
something.
could outsource a title
Right.
to some.
No,
other-
no. I agree with that 100%. Because they said a whole bunch of stuff. Like they never said what it was. So like I said, I could totally see it just being like the Pokemon Channel game.
Now,
Pokemon. Channel.
so we've been
hope
getting into the
not.
games a little bit. In terms of launch lineup, what I think we're definitely going to see is those enhanced versions of Mario Kart and Splatoon. I don't think those are sequels, but both of those titles, from what they showed in the video, are different from the Wii U versions.
Right.
Mario Kart has a different character and dual items. Splatoon had different costumes and weapons. So I think we'll see these enhanced, updates with more stuff at launch. I really hope we see Zelda because it's been in the works for so long. And if they have Zelda at launch, that's gonna kick the system off to a great start. And there's gonna be a lot of people buying it day one to get that and try that out.
That's why I bought the Wii on day one. I
Yeah.
waited in line for such a long time.
Yeah, for
Dude.
Twilight Princess.
I skipped school for it.
Really?
Yeah, didn't I see you there? I thought I saw you there.
I thought you didn't get it on launch. I talked
Oh,
to your
no,
mom.
I didn't get it on launch.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't
I
get
talked-
it. I
Talked to your mom, and she took a picture of me holding the box.
Why are you talking? That actually did happen. I remember that. Yeah, no. Walmart had like a special thing where they were like, if you are one of the lucky people sitting in one of these seats, you can stay here all night and get one. My mom was like, so here's the deal: you're either gonna sit here all night and get one for yourself, because I'm not sitting there all night, or you can just not get one. I was like, all right, can I skip school? She was like, sure. I was like, oh, this isn't even a question. Of course I'm gonna sit there all night. And I sat there all night for
You did?
9 hours. Of course I did. Why are you asking? Why are you thinking
don't-
like this is
Oh, no, I
uncomfortable?
was at the very front of the line. I was there for like 25 hours.
I was literally like, did you sit in a chair? Did you? You know what? Better yet,
Yeah, I sat in one of the chairs.
did you steal Lunchables in order to keep yourself?
Don't incriminate yourself. Do not incriminate yourself. We don't know what the statute
Well,
of limitations is in your state.
7 years.
Has it been 7 years?
It's well past.
No,
Okay.
I didn't steal Lunchables, but I did bring a sleeping bag. And me and my brother switched off the chair, so the chair was occupied.
Did you only buy one?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Was it a
Man.
school night?
No,
I think
I
was
don't
it a
think so.
Saturday or a Friday?
Do we need to fact check 2006 calendar?
Because I feel like I
No.
remember the next day, Osmar had people at his house and they played like Wii boxing and all the Wii sports stuff. And I feel like it was a Saturday.
Osmar was definitely.
I don't know. I was probably sitting at my sitting in the chair for the Wii that day.
I remember
It
my mom
came
didn't
out
like-
on a Sunday.
It came out on Sunday, so it was a school night. No, it was not a school night.
Came at I sat there all
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So
I was
yeah,
thinking, like-
yeah, Saturday night.
Yeah.
I remember my
Mhm.
parents didn't want to give me the money. They were like, "We don't want you sitting there with however much with $250 or whatever, in case you get robbed or something." Which who's gonna rob you in a small town anyway? But then I was like,
Right.
the next day I was like, "Wait, what if I would have sat there and then you came and gave me the money at like right
Right.
before it came out?" And they're like, "Huh, that would have worked." Shoot.
Do you remember whenever you like convinced your mom to get you a PlayStation because it had a Blu-ray player, and she was like, "Well, what's a Blu-ray?" And you're like, "Well, it's Blu-ray," and she was just like, "Does it just shoot rays of blue?"
It just
I'm like,
shoots
"No,
rays
Mom."
of blue. It's like, yes, that's what I need.
As much as I hate to admit it, your interactions with your parents crack me. Like the other time, whenever you got like a huge, you wanted all these CDs, and your mom was just like, "No, no, we can't do it because of shipping costs." And you're like, "But if I get one more, it's free shipping." She was like, "Oh, I guess we can do that."
I was always scheming into these stupid ass schemes.
I feel like
heck,
we've.
Shout out,
I like
shout out
the
to all of our
nostalgia
parents
trips,
for
but
shout out to all of our parents
Yeah.
for dealing
Oh.
with us as kids trying to scheme to get all these things. I
yeah.
definitely appreciate all that you guys
Yes.
did, but and all that stuff for what we deemed the 10th worst Nintendo console on our official breakdown.
God dang it, you're right.
how many of them were there again?
There was 10. What do you mean? We just said it was number
we ranked 10, so it was
Oh,
home
so you
console.
didn't go lower than 10?
It was
well,
home
virtual
console.
play is 11, in case you're wondering. But
Yeah.
we decided that one's by default.
Are
Also,
there
it's
10
by-
Nintendo consoles?
say what?
Are there only 10 total Nintendo consoles?
Well, 11 if you count Virtual Boy.
12
I,
if you count
okay,
Game &
I didn't
Watch.
know that. You really counted Wii as the worst?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm curious. What's worse?
I guess now that I think about it, nothing.
Exactly.
Maybe like
Actually,
Game Boy Color.
No, Game Boy Color was actually 9.
Really?
It was
Yeah,
close.
so never mind.
I can't think of a single game on there except Pokemon Crystal. Pokemon Gold and Silver were actually on the original Game Boy.
Well, we
they just had
we
Oh,
included
we-
the cooler,
we
the
put 'em
the
together.
color and the original together,
okay.
and then separated at
Gotcha.
advance.
Yeah, Pokemon. There's a lot of them.
Well, because what exclusive games for the Game Boy Color were there besides like Crystal?
Crystal was the only one I could think of.
Yeah, so that you know we're not gonna
Yeah.
say that it's its own thing, but anyway.
Right.
That thing was awesome, though. Well, I'm kind of disappointed now that it's number 9. Can we get back into this?
You
I
go
like
back and
to-
review
I
the
like-
discussion. The
I like
points
to
were
go
made.
back. No, I like to move the Game Boy Color. I'd like to separate them first off. I would like to separate them, and I would like to move Game Boy Color to 6 in place of the GBA.
No, dude, the GBA is amazing. Ah,
So there's this
Metroid
oth-
Fusion, Metroid Zero Mission, Castlevania, all the three Castlevanias, Mario and Luigi. I can go on for
So
these
there's-
Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
So there's this other console. It's called the Switch. Back to it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, what
we
about
need to
that?
talk about
Okay,
that.
Do you guys, what do you guys think about the two people they were playing? Well, there was actually 4 of them, but they put them back to back on the park bench, and then like 2 of them was on one team. They were playing the NBA game. 2 of them was on one team, and 2 of them was on the other team. So
two of
they
them
like,
were on a team.
you know what? Point is that they were playing, right?
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I think the
'Cause
local multiplayer capabilities of the Switch are going to be very good. I'm not going to play NBA 2K on it.
well,
But
yeah, but
hopefully
saying,
people
like,
do, and hopefully companies think of really cool ways to do that. Because I think
Yeah.
like couch co-op and local multiplayer are things that got overlooked for years, and now they're kind of making a comeback in really cool ways. And it's, there's like downloadable games like PS4, like Nidhogg and what's it, Towerfall, cool things like that. There's like local multiplayer only that are really cool experiences, and I want to see those succeed on the Switch, and that's going to push it to, emphasize its strengths. I think.
Did you guys ever play a game called Pokken Tournament?
yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
I
So
played
something about
really.
Pokken Tournament. It was a nightmare. When it
Good thing I
comes
didn't buy
to-
it then, because I thought about it.
Okay. Well, the game itself,
see.
not a nightmare, but setting it up for
Well,
tournaments, huge nightmare. You needed 2 TVs, 2 Wii U systems, 2 copies of the game that had everything unlocked, and you needed a special LAN cable. You can't just use any LAN cable. You need a special LAN cable to connect both Wii U systems. And I think that this particular user experience could work, and I think that's what Nintendo is trying to do with the NX. And that's what they advertised with the whole NBA 2K thing.
I just
Hard.
thought that idea. I was thinking like Splatoon would be kind of awesome in that setting.
Yes.
A new Smash in that setting would be kind of awesome, like you were saying with the fighting genre.
Smash doesn't need 2 screens.
Okay, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like you have like two players on that screen and two players on the other screen. It shows the same thing. It's just you guys another screen.
I get what you're saying, but I think that experience can be taken to new heights entirely. Smash is like the least priority.
Wow, I didn't expect you to say that.
I
But
think that fighting games on one screen. I think it's important to have fighting games on one screen.
yeah, that's inaccurate. Yeah. Okay. So back to the point. I feel like that tethering per se sort of a thing would kind of it can change things.
Some games on the Wii U you could play with one person having a regular controller on the TV and the other person
like
playing.
Nintendo Land.
Yeah, well, I never played Nintendo Land, but
Oh my god, it was amazing.
I actually
really
didn't
was.
get my Wii U until last Black Friday. I've only had it for a year.
I'm
There was a special Black Friday deal for like 250. It came with Smash and Splatoon, and it was such a good
Oh
deal.
yeah, I remember
couldn't
seeing
pass
that.
it.
That's an amazing bundle.
For
I
the
couldn't
record,
pass it.
they announced that bundle. I'm almost positive at E3
Did they?
2015. I think so.
Fact
I don't
check
know. I actually, and it's correct. Look at that. Fact
Yeah, irrelevant.
And then the other thing that I was gonna ask is, so if you can take this thing on the go, do you think that there will be like a mobile data plan thing associated with it? That's people were speculating that because of the Vita having the mobile plan.
And the Vita works super well, didn't it?
I don't.
I mean, I
don't think
agree
they're gonna
with
go
you.
that route.
I just didn't know. Like I want to know your
The
guys.
Vita is amazing. I love the Vita. I don't have the mobile data
Really?
plan. Dude,
Well, nobody does, dude.
no, the Vita, you have all these PS1 classics, all these PSP classics. I got Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions. I got Persona 3 Portable. I got Persona 4 Golden. You know, all these Final Fantasies. It's amazing. But that's not the
I feel like
Switch.
you've seen the same game twice.
No, anyway. I don't think they're going to do that because that's just going to be confusing and people aren't going to do it. And I think that's why they advertise the local multiplayer on the go type experience. I think it's going to be too hard to get like online stuff while you're out and about. And Nintendo's not going to try to complicate it that much.
I hope not.
Are users really going to want to have an online experience when they're out and about like that?
Yeah, I doubt it.
Other than maybe like trading Pokemon and stuff, I can't imagine going to the park, putting my Switch down, and trying to connect online using my mobile data plan to play people online.
Yeah, and Nintendo, like with Street Pass and
Right.
you know, they're focused more on like that interaction with local multiplayer. I think that's the direction.
Those are great those are great experiences that are exclusive to Nintendo. Other companies don't have something like that.
Yeah,
and that's what they need to take advantage of.
Right.
I agree. Anything else? I think we.
There was one other thing I really want to talk about. Is I wanted to dig in to the 6 seconds of footage of the new Mario game.
God dang it!
What did you guys think of that?
What?
Because
It
that's
looked like
the
a
single
Mario
thing.
game.
Mario still jumped. He even did a triple jump, didn't
He
he?
did a triple jump. He did a long jump. Those are two key types of jumps. So I'm very excited.
I think we can expect him to have both of those jumps in every Mario game.
But triple jumping
Could
and
we
long
even
jumping.
say that he could possibly even come up with? I mean, it could have. I'm just speculating here. A wall jump.
I hope so.
He's had
We
that-
better be
he's
wall
had that
jumping.
since '64, man. That's
I need my
definitely
wall
gonna
jumps.
happen.
I need my wall jumps. Now,
No, those are great. Triple jump and long jump, great movement options. They add a lot to the depth of the gameplay.
now
So
I don't know. Go ahead.
the real question is, do you guys think this is going to be I would say a regular full 3D Mario akin to Mario 64 Sunshine, or do you think it's going to continue the 3D World, 3D Land kind of smaller levels kind of experience?
No.
I mean,
I think it'll be more Mario 64-esque. It just, and I'm only saying that this is stupid, but the real reason why I'm saying that because I'm looking at a still picture of him jumping. Actually, well, he's not jumping because it's a still picture, but that's not the point. Point is that the way the camera is set up, it doesn't. It reminds me a lot of 64-esque Sunshine style, even Luigi's Mansion type of camera angle.
That was top down though.
Yeah,
It,
we
wa-
mentioned that a
it
fixed
was.
camera.
I'm just saying, like, you're not gonna have like that's not the camera angle where you're gonna have other players. And for
Yeah.
the other style of games, Mario games that they have, you have to have other players.
Yep.
Well, you don't have to, but yeah.
I feel the same way. I feel like the camera angle indicates it's going to be the more open world style, and like there's 3 of the seconds of the 6 seconds that show like the town, which looks like more of an open world type thing, and I'm really hoping it's that because that's what I've been missing, been wanting so much since Galaxy 2 is just a big open world 3D Mario to run around and jump around, have fun. So
I'm looking at a screenshot right now of Mario. He's looking over some sort of town. I guess this girl is playing it. There's rings,
yeah,
and there's a platform Mario has to jump across and then jump to the other side because he has to get like over a canyon, right?
yeah,
This reminds me a lot more of a level from like Super Mario 64 than it does
yeah.
Super Mario 3D World.
I would agree.
For sure.
Although I believe the rings they did have in 3D World. There was like coins.
Really? I don't remember that.
But
This is not Sonic the Hedgehog.
that may be false. Now, is this a Sonic Mario crossover? That would be pretty dope too. But
Would it really though?
Yeah, probably not because Sonic's been.
I don't think that's gonna happen, except for them being in the Olympics.
Yeah,
and
the
Sonic
Olympics.
is in Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although Sonic Mania, the new 2D Sonic that looks like a Genesis game, that looks pretty cool. But this new Mario, if it's like Mario 64 Sunshine style, game over.
Speaking of Sonic Generations 2 will also be ported to the NX.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's another NX game we could talk about.
Exactly.
I don't have much to say on it. Sonic Generations is amazing. It's like the best 3D Sonic game by far.
That's what I've heard.
So I'm super excited.
I've heard like Sonic Generations, Sonic Colors are like pretty good recent Sonic games, and there's a lot of them that are not good. So if those are the specific, that's the specific one that they're gonna update. It's good that it's that. Because like Sonic 1 through 3, Sonic CD, and like the other 2D ones on handhelds that they did are really nice, and I really want to see them get back to that really good quality stuff that's been forgotten. But yeah,
What about Mario Kart?
I think the Mario Kart game we're gonna get is just a port of Mario Kart 8 with extra features.
You think
And
so? Because
I think that's all we can expect.
it's just gonna be updated with a couple new things. Yeah, that's what it
so
looks
you'll
like.
now be able to get you'll be able to have two items at the
Two
same
items,
time?
and you can play as King Boo. And
And wasn't there
I-
Dry Bones, like a picture of Dry Bones?
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
there
It was a picture of his face on like the map of like the characters.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, I see it now.
yeah, if they got more characters, because I really enjoyed Mario Kart 8, but one thing that turned me off was like back in the day, I feel like it was Double Dash and Mario Kart DS. I was really stoked to unlock everything, and like the final
Right.
characters you unlocked it was really cool. Like it was Rob and DS,
Rob.
and then the Sunshine bosses in Double Dash. It felt like an accomplishment to unlock those final characters. In Mario Kart 8, you just had like, what was it, like a rose gold Peach and all the Koopa kids.
Yeah.
If they have like
Yeah, and then you also got the cart, but they had carts too.
Yeah,
the carts were
unlocking
kind
the
of cool.
carts
The
was
gold
cool.
carts.
Yeah.
The gold cart was pretty awesome, actually.
They still
I
have gold
worked
cards,
with-
don't they?
Yeah, the 8 has a gold cart.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if they
It's hard
update
to
the
get.
character
That's
roster with some
something.
like cool final unlockable characters or like crazy stuff that you get on later, that'd be really cool. That I feel was missing from the base Mario Kart 8 game. Although the DLC for Mario Kart 8 was awesome.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
And I think that's exactly what we should expect at the beginning, maybe as a launch title for the Switch, is an updated Mario Kart 8, and then Nintendo's development team can work on Mario Kart 9
Yeah,
for the Switch. You think so? You
that's
think that
what
could happen?
That's what I'm
Okay.
expecting.
Yeah. What about motion control?
See,
Does the Joy-Con have motion controls?
That's not
We don't
confirmed.
know.
We don't know that yet.
There's nothing, but I will say there is like I think at the bottom of one of the Joy-Cons there's like a brief look of it of like a sensor. They don't know what that's gonna be though. That was also by the man/lady that I saw the still pictures from that saw all this stuff. But the point is that I don't know if that actually has any significant meaning.
They've been very coy about it. So
I
we will
hope
see.
not. I'm so done with motion controls. Unless it's a gyroscope just to help me aim, and I don't even like that. I just know some people do, and that's the only reason why I want it in there. Scrap it. I'm done with it.
I don't know. Yeah, personally,
I'm
I'm ready
sick
for
of
them for them to move on to something else. Keep it simple.
I'm ready. I'm sick of looking like an idiot whenever I play a game.
I can't imagine myself using that kind of feature or enjoying a game that is primarily motion control based anymore in 2016. Maybe some people, maybe there is a market for that. I don't know. Probably not, considering how no one plays motion control games on the Wii U, or
Right.
no one bought the Xbox Kinect.
I feel like the future of motion control gaming is going to go hand in
Is in
hand.
VR?
Yes, exactly. Using it with VR
Mhm.
to simulate your hands.
Yeah.
Exactly. Have you guys played
I hope they
PlayStation
only
VR
does
at
it.
all?
Yeah.
He has it.
You have it? What's it?
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of off topic, but what's it like?
Listen
Give me
to
like
episode.
Yeah,
Was it 2 or 3?
God dang it, Elliot.
I guess I missed that one.
No, it's not.
You missed them all.
It's really cool. I recommend see if Best Buy or GameStop has a demo thing. It's really cool to experience. Again, we said this in previous episodes. I don't think it's worth all the money right now, but I was like, I'm gonna be an early adopter. I want to see what this is and try it out. And there was like 4 games that I was really hyped for: Batman Arkham VR, Res Infinite, Thumper, and Super Hypercube. Those 4 specifically were like, they really spoke to me, and I wanted to play them, so I bought and got those, and I've had a great time with them.
Cool.
VR is really cool. If you play it for a long time, I get a headache, and so I gotta. I'm still not used to it yet, but it's really cool, and this is the base level. This is the ground floor. In the next couple of years, when we get more advanced headsets, better tracking, better frame rate and resolution in the headset, the sky's the limit. But it's really cool right now, I would say.
All right, so there's another console coming out. It's called the Switch.
Switch. Do you
Yeah.
think that Nintendo? Do you think that VR is going to take off enough that Nintendo even takes notice?
No,
I don't see them doing that.
No.
they said that it's did they say or did somebody speculate that they're doing it?
Yeah, there's
But
been a
they're-
lot of rumors. And if they do it, it's
I'm
gonna have to be
sure-
like a Google or like the Gear VR or something where you put the
Yeah.
Switch into a thing and put it on your head. And it's gonna be
Right.
a really limited VR experience.
I'm sure some of Nintendo's engineers have played around with it, but that doesn't mean it's going to go anywhere.
Well, I bet they got Virtual Boys in their engineering department.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't know. I hope not.
I
And
think
that's really all that I can say about it.
I don't know. I just can't see VR taking off. Nintendo, they like to wait to adopt trends in the industry.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
And I don't see VR taking off and being popular enough that even Nintendo would take notice. Nintendo also doesn't compete with Microsoft and Sony, and
Sadly.
Oculus or whatever. That's not their main competitor.
Right.
So I don't see them being a part of this industry.
I think if they
VR.
did, it would overcomplicate what they're trying to do with the Switch.
Right. I think they need to just go with what they know people will buy and what they want to play and leave it alone.
I think it'll definitely be a few years until we get Nintendo's take on it because it's still so early. They gotta let it fully develop and then develop the Nintendo version of it. But
Yeah. The Nintendo version with extra special, easy to use features, very user friendly, more user friendly than ever before.
now Metroid
That's
Prime in
what
VR
Nintendo-
would be amazing.
Oh my god.
I would buy that.
I mean, I would too, because I just like Metroid Prime.
So yeah, hopefully they do that.
Yeah.
Is there anything we have left to say
Is there
about the
anything-
Switch?
That covered the itinerary that I wrote down.
You wrote down an itinerary?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Well,
I figured.
we talked about it before a little bit.
I mean, very little. I didn't write anything down. I said drink. That's it. Whoops. I mean, all right. So, what is everybody's final thought, Luke?
A couple things had me worried. The usability of the individual Joy-Cons in local multiplayer. Is the third-party support actually going to be there? But at the end of the day, right now I'm very hyped. We're not going to see more for a couple of months, but I think what they showed is very promising, and I think they're moving in the right direction. I'm very excited for it.
Elliot?
I mean, me too. I love how there's so many different ways to play, and this is something Nintendo's done ever since the Wii. Really, they've had so many different ways to play. Like with the Wii, you had the Wii Mote sideways, the Wii Mote and nunchuck, the Wii Classic controller, and the GameCube controller. The Wii U had a few different ways to play too, but this NX, I think it's really gonna take that idea and really make it to where it needs to be. To where Nintendo wants it, where the users want it. I think that in the long run, the Nintendo Switch is going to be the system, is really just going to be the system that we all play Nintendo games on.
You don't say.
I don't think it's going to blow up with third-party developers, even with that long list of developers. I think that is going to be a lot of ports, but I think it's going to be worth the money to Nintendo fans that want to play Nintendo games.
I agree. I'm super hyped right now. I like what they were doing. I just hope that they can execute, as you were saying in last week's podcast about Dark Souls, how like it's a two-sided dice. Like you gotta recognize the pattern and you gotta execute. They recognize the pattern. I think. Is there even a pattern? It doesn't matter. And now they just need to execute. And the Nintendo fanboy in me just really wants them to execute. If this doesn't work out for Nintendo and they were like, oh yeah, by the way, we're done and we're only focusing on mobile, I may cry. So
yeah, I really want to see them succeed. I want this to change their direction and then make them get them closer to where they once were. And
what do you mean by succeeding? Is that what you mean, getting them where they were with like
No,
Nintendo?
No, I mean just be. I know they're not competing, but
They don't. Yeah.
Yeah, but I want them to compete.
Do you guys think
What?
the Wii U was a failure?
No,
financially,
I don't think
Hell no.
sales wise,
but yes, financially.
I love the Wii U.
Financially,
it's had a bunch
but
of great games.
No. Yes, games that has one of the. I love the game library. I'm not going to say it has
an
one of the
amazing
best,
library,
but yeah,
and it's got great
I
virtual console
think
stuff.
that their first party games. Yeah,
Even in
it's-
terms of sales, I think 13 million units is pretty good. Maybe not to their expectations, but
not to anybody's expectation, I feel like, except for you.
I mean, it's
I
like the
mean, I don't work
Dreamcast,
for
and the
Nintendo,
Dreamcast was
so-
out for like 2 years.
I mean,
yeah,
I
guess so.
I love the Dreamcast.
Yeah, the
love
Dreamcast is amazing too.
Dreamcast. I feel like the Dreamcast was like one of the systems that was. They just need to put DVDs in it and a DVD player, and it would have been
was the
fine.
wrong time.
Honestly,
That's
Yeah.
the Dreamcast story, right?
it was the wrong time, and I think that was also whenever they were trying to push like Sega was trying to push their 3D stuff so much, and Sonic wasn't ready to go to 3D yet. It's really the way it worked. That's not the point. The point is we're on this other console. It's called the Switch. So, yeah, and we also need to. We should probably start wrapping this up here. Shortly.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been like an hour and a half.
Holy crap!
that's a solid episode. No, yeah, I want to see it succeed. I want to have Nintendo have that fire, breathing
Right.
back in them and them, really dominating. I would love to see that. But so, Dakota,
Like,
what
comment, subscribe. Oh,
do you think of your beer?
I finished it like an hour ago, dude.
Was it good?
Did you not hear my notes? It was drink. Of course I did.
Oh,
Yeah. It's good. It's pumpkin. I'm getting done with pumpkin. It's not my favorite one. It's not my least favorite one. It's just right there in the middle of the road. The label is decent. Really.
We're gonna start
Just
reviewing
decent.
the labels every week.
Nothing special about the label, really. It's just all right. How's your label? I mean, beer.
Yep. So I had the Extrovert IPA from Left Hand. This is definitely cementing my fandom into Left Hand Brewing. The label is very loud and vibrant, and it's a good indication of the beer. It's an IPA, but it's not. It doesn't kick you, but you notice it. It's not a traditional IPA. It's bold. It's pretty bold. I'm a big fan of this. Now,
How's your Kool-Aid?
yeah, how's it cool?
I told you I actually wasn't drinking it. It wasn't mine. It was my
You're
roommate's.
just supposed to pass it off and say it was great.
I mean, I'm a Kool-Aid fan, but I wasn't drinking any today. Sorry.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So yes, like, comment, and subscribe. Where can people
Can I
find
give
us?
a few shout-outs?
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
I
Go
give a
ahead.
few shout-outs? Okay. I want to shout out you guys for letting me be on this podcast with you, for inviting me. I think it was pretty fun, and I hope to do it again. I hope you guys liked me enough.
Yeah. We'll
No,
think
you-
about it.
No, it was a good time. It was definitely fun.
Yeah, I hope you guys liked me enough to have me on here again. And I want to thank Evans Lee Sports, my sponsor, that allows me to play Melee at the level that I do, for providing these headphones for me.
That's broke.
Very
Or else,
necessary.
yeah, they're kind of broke. But
It's all good.
without them, I don't think I'd be able to be on here with you guys. So thank you, Evans Lee Sports. That's all I have to say.
Well, Elliot, where can people find you at?
I'm on Twitter at Eseifin. To spell that, it's Eseifin. My tag, my gamer tag that I use to enter tournaments is EE as in Evans Lee Sports Eseif. That's like my Elliot Cipher. And IN like Indiana, because I still live in Indiana, unlike you guys.
Right.
I'm on Twitch at twitch.tv/eseif. I stream not regularly enough, but I want to get back into it. I keep saying I want to get back into it, and then some Netflix show catches my interest,
Oh
and that's
my
what I
God.
spend my time.
That's how it goes.
Oh, man. Okay. But yeah, that's where everyone can find me.
All right, very cool. Very
What
cool.
about you guys?
You can follow at ZTargeting2016 on Twitter, at ZTargeting2016 on Instagram. Search ZTargeting on Facebook for our Facebook page. You can follow me at LukeDalla23 on Twitter. You can find Dakota at Dakota0089 on Twitter. I think that's about everything. Get updates on.
Yeah. I think that's it.
So
And
please,
check out Facebook. It's doing a lot of good work. Check out Instagram. It's also doing a lot of good work. Our Instagram. Don't just go to facebook.com. Dang it. I mean, go to actual our page.
What's the link? You gotta say the link.
We already did.
Oh,
Did
say
we?
it again.
search ZTargeting. I'm not. Wait, we need to
Yeah.
fact check this real quick.
Facebook.com/ztargeting.
That might be. Oh man, I feel so unprepared.
No,
It's
it is
fine.
not. No, don't. No, nobody go to that link I just said.
What?
It is not. Okay.
I don't even know what link you said.
Yeah.
We may have to cut this out.
Yeah.
Okay, just search Z targeting on Facebook and you will find what you are looking
Okay.
for.
Yeah.
Just search Z targeting and you should be able to find everything you're looking for in any sort of social media.
Right.
They're done.
Pretty sure I'm following you guys on every social media that I have. I don't have Instagram. Do you guys even do that?
Yeah,
We just
Yeah.
said yes, Elliot. God damn.
Sorry.
it's
I
at
have
Z
so
targeting
much to think
2016.
about.
At Z targeting 2016 on Instagram, and the Facebook is facebook.com/Z targeting media on
Okay.
Facebook.
Cool.
So unfortunately,
Alright.
slightly different, but
All right, guys. I got to eat and I got to go to bed at some point.
all right. Thank you guys for
Alright.
listening, and thank you guys for joining. For all of us discussing the Switch, very excited to talk about that. So, good episode.
Mhm.
Thank you, Elliot, for joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys later.
See y'all again. Hopefully.